Good evening, and how are you doing? Welcome back to another episode of Baker Forward. I hope that you and your family are doing well, blessed and highly favored, as my pastor would say. And we have some great information for you this evening. So let's just get right into what we got going on, and I want to introduce you to a good friend of mine. This young man has been around for in this community doing great things, and right now he is the founder of BR STEM, Mr. Eric Lewis. Good morning.
Good morning,
good
sir.
evening,
Good
as I
evening.
would say. How's everything going with you?
Good to see you. Good to be here.
Good to see you. Good to be here. You've been really busy, huh?
Yes, sir.
But just tell us a little bit about yourself, and what do you do, and what's your, what are your goals with BR STEM?
Yeah, so I'll make it real quick. I grew up in this community. Actually grew up in the Banks and Glen Oaks area.
Right.
Went to college at Southern, moved away, and worked in engineering for a few years in Dallas and then in North Louisiana, and moved back here. And actually, when I moved back to Baton Rouge, I actually lived in Baker
Right.
as the school system was starting. And so I've done a few different things in the community, but my heart and passion has always been between two things: that's engineering and education.
Right.
And so recently, I think October of last year, launched an organization called Baton Rouge STEM that really focuses on providing students and educators with access to learning around science, technology, engineering, and math.
Right.
It's a huge growing trend. Again, I graduated in engineering from Southern University, and there's so many opportunities out there, both here in our local community and throughout the country. And so it's important that our children have access to this type of learning so that they can pursue those opportunities, give back to their own community, and
Right.
really to help us all prosper.
Okay, so listen, you've done it a lot of things, and me and you sat down and talked. But well, tell me something. Why Baker? Why did you pick Baker? You could have picked any community that you want to be in, but why Baker?
So at the core of what we're trying to do with Baton Rouge STEM is, again, ensuring that children have access to programming that they would normally have access to. And so there are a lot of great schools throughout the capital region, and a lot of schools have STEM programming.
Right.
And so there are also situations and circumstances where parents can afford to pay for this type of program.
Right.
And so when we set out to do this, we wanted to make sure we focused on reaching out to families that don't normally have access to
Right.
such programming. And again, being in Baker when the school system was first founded, I inherently understand a lot of the challenges that have been faced. Still trying to recover from the 2016 flood, and so we wanted to bring this opportunity to kids again that wouldn't have access to it. So we're really trying to work on small, low-resource schools.
Okay, so this program, what would be the end result? What's going to be the end result when the kids become a part of this program?
So I think what we're trying to do is we have about 9 different workshops that kids will go through.
Right.
Ultimately, we want to whet their appetite for science, technology, engineering, and math.
Right.
A lot of times kids may find particularly science and math challenging, but we try to do it in a way that's fun and so that they also understand how it applies to their everyday life.
Right.
And so our goal is by taking students through our entire program, one, it'll help them in school academically,
Right.
but also it will pique their interest to go into these fields.
Okay, that's a good thing. So we're getting down to the wire here. So I do understand what you're trying to do, and I appreciate that. Just tell us a little bit about where we're going to be and when you plan on getting starting in the Baker area.
So we've done a little kickoff event, but our goal is once a month. So right now, tentatively May 28th,
Right.
which will be the last Saturday this month, we have our first actual workshop, and then once a month from there. They'll be held at the Baker Workforce Development Center.
That's right.
And so every child, they can go. The parents can go to our website at batonrougestem.org, and they can pre-register to get on the list. And then each time a workshop is established, then they'll get an email to go ahead and register for that particular workshop. But all workshops are free.
And that was what I was going to say. You once again, Eric Lewis, always, as long as I've been knowing you, always trying to get funding where parents does not have to, they don't have to, they come out of their pocket on this. So what is the ultimate goal, the long-term goal with this program in Baker? Do you want to take it to another level?
So so we've done this in the Zachary area. We wanted to spread it throughout the community. But I think, as far as Baker is concerned, again, we want kids in Baker to understand that they have an opportunity to be scientists, to be doctors, to be engineers, to pursue those careers that
Right.
maybe their families or their parents did not have an opportunity to pursue. And so that's our ultimate goal, is to help take families in Baker to another level.
And that's what I'm talking about. But look, I just want to really thank you for what you do. I want to thank you for the guidance and the support that you've given me since we've been in office. We go way back. We go way back when I was just starting out as an entrepreneur. I remember you and still trailblazing to do the things that you do for the family. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's what we got going on. You can go to that website that Mr. Lewis talked about. Get your kids involved. This is something that we want to do. We always talk about we want to do something for our kids that's going to make a difference. Here's an opportunity for you to do that and not cost you anything. Now, in order to show that we do appreciate what Eric is doing for us, let's get involved. Let's get it going. Let's get involved. Let's get your kids involved. If you don't live in Baker, get it involved anyway. But go to the website so we can make sure that we fill up the class and they get what they want, they get what they need. But in order for them to know what's going on, you got to take it to them. We have to take the lead on this and make sure that they get the information. Once again, Eric, thank you for what you do. I appreciate it. And you guys, look, make sure you take advantage of this and go to the website. So look, I got to pay a few bills. I'll be right back for our next segment. It's going to be exciting. Stay tuned.